has been rounding many of them up and trucking them to pastures in the Midwest. And the move has stirred up a huge debate. Brian Rooney went to investigate.
You see them coming for miles across the high desert of northern Nevada. A cluster of horses herded through the scrub by a helicopter. In the last moments of the chase, they come galloping around a hill, charging into a trap set by a crew of wranglers. And another bunch of wild American Mustangs has taken its last free run. The Federal Bureau of Land Management says it's required by law to keep the horse population at what they call appropriate management levels.
There isn't a whole lot of forage for them going through the rest of the winter, and they're going to start to look a lot worse.
Meaning just enough horses to live off the land. Here, several hours north of Reno, they plan to take 2,500 of roughly 3,000 horses in the wild. If you never removed any, what would happen to the population?
It would continue to climb until they got to a point that they destroyed their habitat.
They have few natural predators to thin their ranks. So the BLM captures and removes what they say are excess horses. Many are malnourished, ribs showing, hip bones sticking out. Since late December, at least 23 captured horses have died or been put down because their health was so poor. Now there's growing opposition that says the BLM is removing too many, while captivity is cruel and unnecessary. Wildlife ecologist Craig Downer sued the government to stop the roundups, saying the 1971 law to protect the horses is actually being used to squeeze them out of the open range to expand grazing for cattle and sheep. Joining him is a host of celebrities, singer Sheryl Crow, actor Viggo Mortensen, and Willie Nelson, who says, let the horses go.
I think they should be allowed to set the horses free, and they will decide what their future is. But right now, they don't need to be penned up. They need to be out there running on the land that's there for them.
The wild horse program already costs the BLM $60 million a year.
It has been an emotionally charged battle, in large part because there is this affection for these legends of the West.
They now have 33,000 horses in captivity and plan to take 12,000 more. By the end of this year, they'll have more horses in captivity than in the wild. They're running out of space and places to put the horses. Enter Madeline Pickens, wife of Texas oil billionaire T. Boone Pickens, who arrived at the horse roundup in 3 helicopters with an entourage of aides and experts.
Do you think this is cruel to the horses?
I think it's very cruel to take something out of its natural habitat and take it to a zoo-like facility.
Pickens proposes spending her own money to buy 1 million acres of land and establish a wild horse preserve.
Come and visit, see the wildlife. Instead of going to the rainforest, you'd be coming to Nevada to see how your Western heritage is.
We have a problem that we're trying to solve, and we're trying to do it in a way that is best for the horses, best for the taxpayer, and best for the public lands.
But it's still just a dream as the wild horse roundups continue. Thousands of these symbols of American wildness are being taken off the open range to spend life behind a fence. For Good Morning America, Brian Rooney, ABC News, Soldier Meadows, Nevada.